cuff, but oh no, it's on.
Just hold it. Yeah, that's the cuff. You gotta hold it though. You can't just.
Top four. Go find your. Oh,
Get a mojo.
forever looks like
Yeah, yeah. That needs to start.
top 12.
Good morning. No, you cannot hear me. Yeah, I know you do. Good morning, curling fans. Good morning, curling fans. We are live from Triangle Curling Center in Durham, North Carolina. We are watching the semifinals of the 2025 Carolina Classic. We have the C and D event semifinals on the ice today. We have Schick versus Jackson in one D semifinal, Sebastian versus Darnheim on the other. And in the C semifinals, we have Hammer versus Imes and Folger versus Blackmer. Thanks for spending your Sunday morning. Happy Easter if you celebrate, if you're back from church, or perhaps watching this in church. I am Chris. I'm here with my broadcast partner, Karen.
Good morning, everybody.
First end action just getting started.
Good line. Fill it in. Yep. 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 Stay clean. Yep. 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 Yep, all the way. Yep, all the way. Yep, all the way. Yep, all the way. I just want to get out. I felt like it was. Nose is good. Roll in. Nose are inside. Control. Sheldon.
So we'll be looking across the ice shed today. Right now, first end is looking a little bit quiet to start with. Teams trying to feel each other out. See Hammer throwing a nice hit there on an Imes rock. Will roll out though and leave an empty house. In the Folger Blackmer game, Blackmer is looking to draw behind some cover out on center. Stone coming around the center guard. Nice sweep to just keep it off of a rub. It's going to be a little bit deep back house there, but they'll lay at least one, probably two. In the Schick Jackson game, Murray calling for a hit. makes the team makes that, rolls out there too. Seeing a couple of pretty empty houses over on sheets A and B. Over on sheet D, Deneen called for a come around there with the red rock. Came up a little bit light of the one, but sitting in a good spot. Meanwhile, back on Folger Blackmare, looks like Blackmare is going to draw again to the button, try to sit a couple.
That's a good line. Great. Let's go. Draw.
Looks like Blackmore's draw is a little deep, but still.
Yeah, that
nice.
one came a little deep too. Ice might be a little bit faster than the teams are expecting, even in the first end. Ice Crew does a very good job of keeping the speed and the curl up. A little bit of a pocket there for Folger to draw into.
Just keep throwing that. That'll be in another end. Yeah, that was 375.
Folger's rock, on the other hand, is going to come up a little bit light. Maybe fooled by the speed that we've seen over the last couple of draws there.
I'm fine with the draw.
2-3 guard.
Schick and Jackson and Hammer and Imes, both games looking very similar right now. Both skips calling for draws around the corner guards. Try to put something in the house to force some action.
Pretty good. Pretty straight. Go, Cheryl. Yep, Cheryl. Yeah, go, Allison.
Nice shot by Imes' third.
Yeah, Imes buries that pretty good. A little bit deep on the Schick draw there, so that house is still empty, but now Jackson will try to go around.
Tom, if anything.
Hammer's third's going to try to chase that rock that Imes put under that guard, see if they make that.
Looks a little
Sweeping
high.
for curl right now.
Tom
Looks
tried
like
to
that's
push.
going to go right on by.
You want to try to bury. I mean, if we end up top 12. Yeah. That's what I do. Let's just do the same. Same, maybe not much heat. Yeah, we
Meanwhile, Folger cleared out some of the stuff in front of the house, but Blackmare's sitting in 3 now. One on the just in the top 8, the other 2 in the back 8 from before. I'm just going to come around that guard again.
Fine. Help her wait. Help her wait.
I want to hide. Yep, yep.
Yeah, you can push.
Go, line. Yeah, you got to go, Cheryl.
There you go.
Oh. Yeah, just hit spot. Okay,
Another good shot by Imes' third.
Yeah, Imes put 2 pretty well lined up there, and now Keith Hammer's got a bit of a decision to make. He tried to chase that again, try to make that run back. You see who has Hammer in that game?
Just on the outside. Control.
Looks like Hammer's going to try for that run back. Looking back across the other draws, looks like Darrenheim's sitting a couple. The Blackmer Folger game, definitely they got into it quite early here. A lot of rocks in play for a first end.
I think Folger. Oh, sorry. I think Folger tried to come around and go into the pocket, but ended up tapping the yellow back.
Gotcha. Might still be sitting one though. Hammer ended up peeling that guard off, so I'm still has two in the house. Looks like they're going to try to split here, though. Try to guarantee themselves a deuce.
Touch 0. Yep. Yep. Sweep. Sweep for line. Hard. Hard. Anywhere in the rings. Hard. Hard. Okay, follow it. You're on follow. Yep. Yep. Hard. Okay.
Blackmer tried to come around into the house and ended up taking the guard.
Imes just gets that one in there to sit 3. And Hammer's once again going to have a choice here. Ironically, Hammer without Hammer is going to have to throw something good. Looks like they're lining up the double on first and second.
All right. Just on the inside.
In the meantime, sheet D, Sebastian trying to bring that rock into the house, but just wrecks on one of those center guards.
Just on inside. Good. Deep leg.
All right, here's Hammer's last on sheet B, looking for the double. Sweeping it the whole way down. They're gonna just peel off that top rock, and I'm just gonna have a draw for 3 to open the game there.
How much ice you want? Edge of 8? Yeah. Edge of 8? Come to this. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way, so I have that back. Better. Yep.
In the Schick Jackson game, looks like
Just heavy draw. Yep. How much? Back line? Yeah.
Brian with the draw here for a second point.
Sweepers. Are right off.
Yeah, sweepers are right off, but
Is it too heavy?
doesn't look too hot though. Might be. Will it slide a little bit deep? It
Little
will.
bit. Oh.
And it's just going to be the one there. Meanwhile, on sheet D, Hammer Stone coming in for Deneen Sebastian. Needs to outdraw both those yellows. Gonna slide right on in. Will it stop in
Is it
time?
too fast? Oh.
That one too slides a little bit deep. Looks like a steal of 2 there.
Yeah, sorry.
Meanwhile, on the Folger Blackmer game, Hammerstone here as well, I believe.
Yes, Gracie is throwing the list.
Looks like Blackmer's sitting one, but Folger's got an opportunity for at least one, maybe push that one back and get as many as three. Comes the rock. A little bit of a sweep to curl, needs to curl up. Not gonna quite get there, but looks like it's good for one.
Yep. Gotta go for weight. Yep. Yes. Clean.
Every game into the second end now.
Yeah.
I did not check in on the Iams draw for three, but looks like he did
Came up
not
short
quite
or
get that.
through?
Just ended up with two, so 2-0 there. 2-0 Darnheim over Sebastian. As I recall, Folger got one and Schick got one, so those games are 1-0. Need to tell the Vices to put the scores up for the viewers at home.
Help him with weight. Yep. Nice shot. Come on, hard for a beat. Come to the right. That's fine. Just leave it in. Alright, Steve. Very nice. Right controller normal.
Get Allison.
Yeah. What? That way you'll be yeah. What do you want? Controller normal.
For those who haven't been at the Classic this weekend, it's been Survivor themed. This is the second year in a row. I think this is Survivor 2, Season 2. The Iams team's going by the name Boston Rob. We have Survivor's names sort of all over the sheets. Over on the Folger game, we have the Skip Has Spoken and Curling with Altitude. Well, Curling with Altitude, not necessarily a Survivor-themed name, but the Blackmer team from Denver, so making use of the Mile High City.
Oh, wait, line's good. Let's go, line. Let's go.
You have some of those other team names that are out there, Karen?
Let me go look.
Meanwhile, early second end action going on across the sheets. Couple of rocks in play.
All right, take a look. Shot.
It looks like Team Chick is the Ice Tribe,
There you go.
and the Potomac team on D is Ruled Rules Forever. So, not really a
Survivor theme.
Survivor
necessarily.
theme, but
There
it
were
is a-
Survivor games earlier on in this spiel. Team Brennan, who will be who were playing earlier in the B semifinals, seemed to win most of those off-ice games.
Let's throw.
Right there. Let's do this.
Control.
Yeah, make sure we're here. Yep, come on.
We should almost head on the first.
Seen some hits called across the sheets here. There's on the Folger Blackmer game. Blackmer is looking to peel off that one that's just in the house there. The Imes Hammer game. Hammer's throwing at the one that's on the forefoot. Blackmer made theirs. Hammer got a piece of the Imes rock, pushed it back a little bit, but rolled off.
I like to stay.
Also in the Sebastian Darheim game, a little hit on the back one, leaves the house empty.
Clean. Yep.
Team Imes with a nice hit there to sit 2. In the Schick Jackson game, we got stuff on the extreme sides of the house. Got a yellow rock on one side, a red rock on the other.
Maybe a little slower here. Control. Go, Dave.
Is there a double there on for Hammer if he tries? I don't know if he's trying that.
No! No! Whoa! 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 Tom! Wait for me. Stop. Control.
Stay waiting for a little less. A little less.
Just enough.
I want to get you to roll over. Yeah. I don't mind just sitting right in front too. And that's fine too. Like, just make it go away and keep you around.
Looks like the hit game continues here on sheet D. Darnheim throwing this hit on the wide one, see if they can hang around with it. Well, they make it and they'll roll out again. We have a clean house right there.
Tom! Oh! All the way. All the way, Tom. Yes! All the way. Yep. All the way.
Okay, good shot.
Things have definitely turned there in the Hammer Imes game from yellow sitting 2 to red sitting 1. Folger with a nice hit there on sheet C.
Now they're
Rolls
laying
to
2.
center line, lays 2. Nice hit also in the Schick Jackson game there. Jackson will lay, it looks like 3.
Are they sit? Yeah, they're sitting 3.
Hard to tell. Yeah, it looks like that one on the back there is probably in.
It's worth a measure if it still counts.
Blackmer makes the hit of the top Folger rock and rolls off to the side there. Still Folger sitting 1. Sebastian and Darnheim look like a ticket to blank town.
So Hammer and Imes are trying to do the same.
Hammer and Imes. Hammer's going to try to stick
Okay.
this one here and
Oh, yeah.
keep his hope for a deuce alive.
Hard. Oh.
That
Just
rock
misses.
goes right on by, unfortunately.
It's probably a little down than what Keith was hoping.
Right here? Yeah. Which way?
In that Hammer Imes game, Imes will try to split the house here, try to get a force.
Where are we?
I took my eye off sheet D, and it looks like the hit was not made there, so yellow is still sitting one on the edge and now throwing. Chance to lay 2.
They're gonna split the house.
They'll try to split the house without Hammer also.
Sheet C, Folger had a draw to be lane 2, but it went through the house.
Yeah, just a little deep there. Imes' rock comes into the back 12 here, and we'll see what Keith wants to do with his last rock. Looks like they're measuring up a hit and stick on the shot rock there.
Get rid of it.
We're gonna play with it.
Blackmare looking like they're trying to take that Folger rock out and hang around, put a second in the house. Real quick sweep call though.
Oh, nice. Just past the
Just get it by the guard, make the hit and roll off, but you sit 1.
Whoa, 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 clean, clean. Yup. Whoa.
Hammer throwing hammer.
Yeah, and the Hammer's last rock here. Make the hit. Will he hang around? He's gonna roll. He's gonna roll just a little
just a
too
little.
far, and Imes will steal one there. I confess I did not see what happened in the Schick-Jackson game. Must have been Jackson scoring, however, because they're throwing first. See what score goes up there.
Gas lines.
And in the Sebastian Darnheim game, looks like Sebastian did draw for 1, so that'll be a 2-1 game.
It's probably in. It's at it.
Folger Blackmare, looks like Blackmare hangs on the back. Let's take a look
Foot, yeah.
here to see who is shot. Very close. Cameras are not well positioned to pick this one up, but sort of looks like red to me. Based on the call, looks like Blackmare agrees. They're going to have to knock that one out of the house, hang around, get a 2 that way.
Oh, come on, guys.
An ice call looks like maybe a little board weight hit, give or take.
I'm okay. Hey, I'm okay if you do this.
Yeah, those are options.
Yeah, so let's try to go for this.
Okay.
The plan is we're going to try to do this, though.
Okay.
Allison!
That
Clean
looks like
release.
wood on board. For the
Clean
one.
release. Some initial sweeping, now just staying off of it. Looks like it's a little wide still. Gonna get it and roll out and get the 1. That game will be tied after 2 ends. So after 2, Schick and Jackson are tied at 1. Imes over Hammer 3-0. Folger and Blackmer, I believe, are tied at 1. And Darnheim over Sebastian 2-1.
Okay, we could have gone around.
Control. Sorry, it's okay. Let's go 3 guard. Come in, that's fine. Yeah, I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna tip off that one.
Meanwhile, in the warm room, catching bugs that are on the window. Every game in the 3rd end now. Still early action. Front end of all teams. The Imes Hammer game seems to once again be playing quite a few hits back and forth.
You gotta push. That's fine.
Control.
In that game, looks like Keith has lined up a hit again, trying to catch a piece of that yellow rock. Probably
Tried to
roll
roll.
away to the wide side.
Hard. Hard, Joe.
Although that's very tight. Gonna catch their own guard up top instead. Peel off both.
Like back 8 way.
Really nice.
Like a little tap? Yeah. Okay.
Doing so good. Yep, right down the 4. What are you looking at?
Blackmer Folger. Blackmer comes around that center guard really nicely. Just top button.
Yeah. It's fine.
Or like, I mean, whatever you, yeah. I mean, I like the darker
So
board.
Murray Jackson over on sheet A without Hammer has 2 Schick kind of center guards, and now he's going to try to put up another one in front of those to prevent them from being tapped in. He's got his own stone in the back 4. A little hard to steal with one in the back 4, but set up with some good stuff on the center line.
That would be awesome. Just let me know however.
On sheet D, Sebastian is trying to split the house.
In Folger Blackmer, the center guard was peeled off by Steve Janasco.
As far as like what you think would be a fair price. So I don't want to undercut what effort goes into it and everything. So it's up to you. Yeah.
And Blackmer put that center guard right back up.
Just control.
But they leave the one on the button pretty
Yeah,
open.
a little deep, but Gracie says we're going to get rid of it either which way.
Darnheim with a nice hit and roll on sheet D.
And I'd never curled in North Dakota,
in that Folger Blackmer game. Leah Janasco's rock's going to come down there. It's going to miss the guard, but it's going to get the shot rock and roll into the 8. Nice shot.
Yep.
Hammer taking a break from making nonstop hits. Gonna try to draw on top of the one in the back 4. See if they can kind of use that as a proxy guard. Come down and try to get corner frozen to that. Gonna not quite have the line. We'll sit 1 though. Bit in the open though for Imes to just throw it. Let's take a look at sheet A here. Sarah Cornell delivering a hit on that one in the top 12. Might be able to catch the back one if you make it just right.
Looks like it might be over curling.
Gonna over curl a bit. Does get rid of that stone. Gonna roll out the side though and out of the house, leaving Team Jackson sitting 2. Take a look at a shot here for Team Sebastian. This is Deneen's first rock. On the sweep, nearly right out of her hand. Looks like this will be made. What will happen with
Will
the
it
shooter
stay
though?
around? Yes. Maybe.
Gonna roll.
Slow too much.
Little deep. Sits second and third though. Meanwhile, back to the hit game in the Hammer Imes game. Hammer's gonna make that peel, leave Imes sitting 1. I guess not technically a peel like we saw in some of the Grand Slam games recently. We don't have our own set of bananas. If anybody had watched those games, and very enthusiastic set of curling fans who cheered for every peeled guard.
Go 2-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to be deep. Go wide.
Yeah.
Getting down to skip stones, and I believe every game, well, sure, in A, B, and D anyway. Sheet A, B, and D.
Left side, put it in the 8-foot. 3-4. Put it in the 8-foot.
Imes is trying to guard. I thought he was trying to go in the house, but
It's over. Okay.
Darnheim split the house there to lay 2, so Sebastian will have a bit of a decision on what they want to do. One of those rocks is awfully close to their other 2, probably worried about a jam over there, so going to hit the open one instead. Not sure if they'll try to play for, it would be hard to make a big roll behind the others.
You want to play freeze, like T-line? We're about right here. Give it a whirl.
Take a look at this consequential rock. Looks like about a control weight hit out of Deneen Sebastian's hand. On it quite early again. Looks like it's going to
Looks
be
the
a
right.
hit right on the nose.
For one.
Well, no, that would.
No? Oh, they're still-
Darnheim has hammer there,
Oh,
so they're
yeah,
they're going to
right.
have the hit and stick back to try to score a 2.
Yep, all the way. Yep, keep going, keep going. Easy, easy, easy. Todd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm okay with losing this back one. All right.
Saw Darnheim play a tight semifinal game last night against Team Gao. Came down to the last end, and they were able to steal the victory by a point.
Yeah, we're okay with losing them both.
A lot of rock cleaning right here. Maybe was feeling some frost was maybe built up on that stone. Ready to throw now. Just clean to start. Now a call to sweep hard. Looks pretty good. And that's going to stick around for 2.
2. Yep.
I think we're stopping it.
Imanchide. Looks like Brian's lining up his first, but we'll come back to that game because I believe it is Hammer
Has
Rock here for
2.
Keith Hammer. Just has an open draw, just has to hit the house for a second point.
It's fine. Looks good.
Seemed to like this rock mostly out of his hand. The sweeper is just lightly cleaning it. Has a lot of room to play with.
Nice shot.
Yeah, congratulating Keith on a nice shot already. That one's going to come down just right about on the button. Big 2 points there. That makes it 3-2 after 3. Back to sheet A here. This is Murray Jackson's last rock. It looks like Team Schick sitting 1 right now. By where that broom is, didn't quite see the call. Looks like maybe just trying to throw a guard up to prevent Brian from having an easy draw for a second point. Looking for quite a lot of sweep here too. Maybe trying to tap that yellow one in, but looks a little light for that. Makes the draw maybe a little bit harder. Go here to the Hammer Rock for Team Folger. Looks like Gracie Whitaker's got a draw for
2.
a second point.
How deep are we?
Top house.
A lot of sweeping on this one. They got to get it there. Vice comes out of the house to try to help it out. Looks like they will get it there
Yep.
for a second point.
Good
Great sweep.
sweeping.
Good shot. Meanwhile, Brian's draw for a second point here looks a little light. A lot of sweeping, but don't think that's going to quite make it. So they'll settle for the 1. That'll make that a 2-1 game. Folger up 3-1 after 3. And then in the Darnheim-Sebastian game, Darnheim up 4-1.
Doing great. You're on my guard. Come on, come on, come on.
Really good throw.
Okay. Stay wait.
Under-groomed it.
Once again, you're watching the semifinals of the C and D event of the 2025 Carolina Classic. The D semifinals are going on sheets A and D. The C semifinals on sheets B and C.
Yeah. Let's go for weight. Yeah, let's get it close line. Okay. Yeah, first you can.
Every game into the 4th end. Looks like everybody's doing pretty well on time.
Top 8's okay. T-line on. I mean, I go.
Where's the weight? Where's the weight? Go backing.
I don't throw the 4th end. Yep, gotta go. Line. Hard line.
Just a little wide.
Nice shot, Todd.
Team Hammer without Hammer buries one around a couple of guards pretty good, top 4. See what Imes chooses to do about that. Looks like he's going to try to chase it. Probably can see a little piece of it. Seems like every time we look at Sebastian Darnheim, things are on the edge of the house, and no different this end. And a fairly straightforward setup in the Folger-Blackmer game at the moment. Meanwhile, Schick and Jackson and Schick both have a couple in the back of the house, then Schick one up top. Not quite sure that was the call from Imes, but does open things up quite a bit. Sits 1.
I can see almost 7/8 of that. He's coming here. Okay. Or we hit this while it's open. It might need a double. Or tap it back or freeze. Got it.
Blackmer drew a second one around the center guard. Now Skip Whitaker is going to chase that with about a hack line hit.
Yes, sir.
Looks like that's going to overcurl a bit. A little light too. Going to
Be more like a draw.
stop in the house right around the T line, sit 3rd.
Tom!
I mean, this is probably the best.
Line!
All right, good job.
In the Hammer Imes game, Hammer chose to throw at the open stone, makes that hit, gets a little roll right behind cover, sits 2.
They are sitting 3.
3, you're correct.
I don't mind. You want to do the run back?
Everything in the back of the house there in that Schick Jackson game. It's always interesting situation when it's kind of still early in the end and you're throwing at things that are behind the T line. But Murray choosing to do exactly that.
Roll or the I want you just off nose. On that side nose for a second.
Some deliberation on the Imes team about what exactly they want to throw here. They decided to make a run. Looks like they're going to probably try to set up a double run, red into yellow into red. Has potential for many rocks hitting many other rocks, so let's take a quick zoom in on it. Definitely going to get a piece of that red one. Into yellow, into red. Nice little shot.
Clean some things up.
Sits second there. It is open, unfortunately, so Keith will probably just throw right back at that, but nice shot.
I kind of just like this. Yeah, we're okay. I'm thinking like board. Just kind of like board weight kind of thing. Push it. Board or hack. What do you like? Board? Yeah. Board. If it was a yellow, I was going to keep it.
Team Blackmere makes a nice little hit there to lay 3, with Hammer trying to score a bit of a big end here.
Gotta move a lot. Double and just want to roll over. I don't mind hitting this one. Hitting this one, going this way behind this.
In that Blackmere Folger game, looked like there was a call for. Looks like the call got caught a little in between there. A little light for a hit, a little heavy for a draw. Moves the yellow rock a bit, but still sitting 3 for Blackmere. In the Hammer Imes game, a little bit of a miss for Team Hammer. Leaves a setup here for Imes to hit and sit 2. In the Darnheim Sebastian game, once again, things all on the edge of the house, 2 in the back there.
Yes. He turned it in, yes. Plan B. Control.
Team Sebastian threw a draw to the back one, leaves red sitting 1, but Darnheim can try to do something about that. Meanwhile, Hammer's throwing at the 2 Imes rocks that are kind of frozen on each other.
Got rid of one.
Gets rid of one of them. Really good sweep there by Team Folger.
Oh, very nice shot.
Take a quick look at that. Looks like Blackmere probably still sitting 1, but Folger in much better shape than they were earlier in that end. Big sweep and big yell here on sheet D. Darnheim makes the hit.
Sits 2.
That will leave Deneen with a draw or a hit for 1, whichever she'd rather. Looks like lining up the hit on the back one. Just hit and stick there.
Yep, hard.
There's a pretty big rock here in the 4th. Need to make this to keep the game within contact here.
But then that just leaves me. That
Rock is on its way. Nothing from the sweepers just yet.
Used to curl.
Now a little bit of a sweep for curl. Looks pretty good though.
I think it's gonna roll out.
Oh, it's
Just
gonna
a curl?
roll. It will hang around.
Oh, just enough though.
Good enough for the 1 point. That'll be a 4-2 game after 4. That game by far playing the quickest now. In the Folger Blackmer game, Blackmer came down on top of that good draw that Folger had thrown, but they're in the back there as well, so Gracie has a chance to come down and sit on right on top of that.
Looks a little- Oh, no, nice. Okay.
And a little hot. Does push things around a little bit, but I think it leaves Blackmer sitting a couple.
Top.
First skip rock in the Hammer Imes game is Keith trying to make this little very short run back. Gets enough of it. Big sweep on the back of the house. Gonna leave the Imes rock in play, but does sit 2 up front.
I'd say we hit this one. I throw it to my sweepers, man. He's got to hit it.
Yeah, this guy's probably good.
Yeah.
I want to be like what I'm saying.
Schick Jackson game still has a few rocks to come, but red stones are piling up over there in that corner. Looks like sitting 5 at the moment. Without Hammer, though, so Murray will have a chance to do something about that.
Hard line, Cheryl. All the way. Touch that one. Touch that one. Okay, keep going.
In the Imes Hammer game, this is Imes' first skip rock. Big sweep to hold the line on this one. Don't want to jam their back one. Nice shot.
Good sweep by Garth.
Sit shot rock there. Have some big rocks coming up here for Team Folger.
If I get the double, great. It leaves him a double, or we get.
We need a little flop. Yeah. Both there?
Yeah.
Looks like right now, Blackmer sitting 2. Pretty sure the Folger rock on the top 8 is out counting the back 8 Blackmer rock. Still an opportunity here to lock one on that back one. Would be hard to do anything about it if they make that.
Top. Hard.
Sweeping this one right out of Gracie's hand. Now coming off of it. Looks like it's gonna over curl a bit. And just a little bit light as well. So Blackmer will have an opportunity for something for 3 there. Meanwhile, if we go to sheet A, Murray's first rock came down on top of the pile of Schick rocks. Brian throwing his second here, Rex on that guard, and that's going to leave Murray Jackson with a draw for 2. Come back to our wide one here. Imes's last rock in the Imes
Hit for
hammer
3.
game.
His final rock.
Looks like that's going to be made. Looks like Imes will score a big 3 points there. Both Blackmer and Jackson delivering their draws at just about the same time here, so we'll leave it on this view.
Stay right there. Yeah, now. Sweet. Sweet.
Blackmer's rock is coming down.
Good. Good, good.
I think Murray is just a little short for a second.
Murray comes up a little bit short. I think Blackmer made theirs. Every game done with their fourth end. No fourth end breaks here, though, at the club. Parents recently watching some curling of their own asked us why those teams get snacks after the fourth end. Here we are on a strict clock, though, so no time for canned tuna or anything else.
Good line.
Imes up 6-2 after 4. Darnheim up 4-2 after 4. I believe Blackmer made their draw for 3, which would put them up 4-3. Murray only getting 1 over on sheet A. That makes that a tied game at 2-2 after 4.
Nice shot, man. That's through.
Seeing some fairly standard calls with center guards and people drawing around those centers, or attempting to draw around those centers. We do have the no-tick rule in play, though, and that comes into effect there on that Jackson-Schick game. Schick rock knocking the Jackson stone off the center line, so it'll be removed from play.
Let's go line. All the way. Slow it down. All the way. It's coming down.
In the Blackmer-Folger game, Blackmer set the center guard. Folger went right around. Now Blackmer coming down to that rock, tops it back a little bit into back 4. A really nice shot. Pretty well undercover as well. There is a lot of curl on this ice, though, so Team Folger will line up soft weight, either tap or chase here. Ask Steve to throw that.
I can see a lot of it.
Okay, do you want to do more than back line then?
Line's good. Whatever you want.
That's going to be a bit wide, however. Looks like it's going to get their own rock and roll off into the 8-foot. Team Schick just gets around the guard successfully this time, does not knock it off the line.
Nice throw, Steve.
So Sebastian and Darnheim definitely playing the quickest. They're on Skip's rocks already. Looks like Darnheim sitting 3. Deneen with a chance to do something about that right here, though.
We need some kind of protection. Oh.
Little soft weight hit. It's going to try to roll under some cover. It's partially there. Still be available to get rid of.
Yes, sir.
Always is good to have rocks kind of in the top of the house here. If this hit's made a little bit wide, he might jam on that back yellow one.
Yep, good plan, B.
Yeah.
You want to come this way? Let's go this way.
I think so. You want to come the
You
other
want to go this way? Get that over curls. And we just take a big roll.
Darnheim settles into the hack, cleans his rock.
Yeah, just back eight, wait.
Shot starts coming down the ice. Very quick sweep call. Make it. They do make it wide, and they do jam on that one on the back there.
Shot now?
Leaves Sebastian sitting one. Maybe a little bit of a line call error there. They were sweeping that right out of his hand. Ended up getting it wide.
Close.
Deneen definitely has a decision to make here. Could split the house. If you make that, it makes it almost impossible for Darnheim to get more than one. You could, however, they're talking about coming. They were talking about coming up kind of in that top 8 area in front of the one that they're there. That would potentially be a better opportunity for a steal, but this is not a great steal situation, and you want to make sure that you limit yellow to 1 at most here. Go back to the wide feed in just a moment.
Tombstone if we need it.
They did decide to split the house, so Deneen looking for something either as first or second shot rock here.
We try it again? Try again?
One coming down nicely. Sweeper's on it now. No real panic. Gonna slide into the house and settle down for 1 or 2, probably for shot rock. Doesn't really matter. Really very even with the other one, so no doubles. And Darnheim will have to draw against those two. Take a look at that in just a second. In the other games, Jackson's sitting 1, I'm sitting 1, and it looks like Blackmer's sitting 1.
That's also what's
Hit and flop or drawn. What's that? Or hit and flop in front of one of the yellows.
They're kind of in front of each other, kind of just a little bit angled.
On sheet D here with the Hammerstone coming.
Looks like he decided to hit.
It looks like maybe they have decided to make this hit instead.
Come here. Yeah. Hey.
I guess choosing to make this instead of the draw. Need to keep it. And they do make it for the 1. So that'll be a 3-point game after 5. Looks like every time we look at the Hammer-Imes game, Hammer is throwing at something. No exception here. Imes has got 2 in the house right now. Hammer makes the hit but rolls out.
I think so. That's not touch more weight. Yes.
Little inside, let's go.
Team Jackson drawn a second into the house. Team Imes going to do the same. Blackmer looking to lay a second as well. Blackmer's rock's going to come up a little bit short there, so it'll be a little bit of a guard. Looks like Jackson's rock also came up. Maybe they called the guard there, but Imes's rock is going to slide deep and by.
Oh.
Some discussion about the weight call here for Folger, where they put that broom down. That looks like not control, or a little bit down from that. Try to make this hit and hang around.
Stay close.
Gracie hasn't run it right away. On the guard.
Very much on the guard there, though.
The funny thing is, I actually did some cap work.
If you go here, if you hit secure to get a shot, you're stuck. Oh! Right, my arms are on. See how you got a better shot this year. I think you were here. Or even here.
Team Schick peels the guard off the front.
And we don't have to play the weird.
Imes missed that draw, but then Hammer kind of paid them back the favor by mostly missing the hit, pushed the Imes rock to the back 12. Blackmer looking to, I believe, come around again, or at least set up a guard in front of their shot rock. Yeah, it looks like they're going to set up a
They want
guard.
a guard, yeah.
And in the Sebastian Darnheim game, looks like just one yellow rock in the house there.
But we're just thinking the curve was a lot. Let's go on the edge, yeah.
Mine's fine. Not yet. No. Okay, now
Oh,
finish.
wait.
Finish, both of you, both. Okay, good.
Let it work if you can.
Stephen Imes delivering a rock in there, trying to sit a second. Murray Jackson also delivered his first over on sheet A. Looking for top 12 for that.
Nice sweep, boys. Good eyes.
Not quite top 12, but we'll line up a pretty good guard there to guard their one in the forefoot. Blackmer made their guard. Gonna mean that Gracie's gonna have to chase it looks like. Maybe try to make the double run back there. Be a nice shot.
We need some kind of protection.
I think hit this. Yep. So about here. Okay. All right, here we go.
Looks like Brian Schick's gonna peel that guard that Murray put up there. Never fun to be peeling guards as a skip. Really would like your vice to have done that and left you something where you can play at the shot rock. Speaking of that, Gracie Whitaker peels off the Blackmer guard there, so they'll probably try to put that one right back. Hammer gave some thought to what they wanted to do here. It looks like they decided to hit the shot rock in the back and maybe try to roll under the Imes rock, using it as a guard of their own. There's a sweep the whole way down here, though. Might be getting this a little bit thin. Yeah, very thin. Moves that rock, but does not stick around.
I mean, here's good too.
Brian peeled the guard over in sheet A, so Murray will put that one back as well.
0-0. Okay. Allison. Okay.
Blackmer's guard's coming down here. Looks a little wide compared to their last one.
Nice rock.
Probably does the job though. I don't think there's a hole there for to get through to just get right to that shot rock. Murray, like a machine, puts the guard right back up there. Team Folger is discussing what they want to throw over there, as is Team Schick. Some important hammer rocks coming up for each of those teams.
Hines just threw up another guard.
Look quickly at sheet A here. It looks like Murray's most recent guard just slipped into the house a little bit there, so they're laying 2. So that makes this a little bit more of a pressure shot for Brian, perhaps. On sheet C here, it looks like they're lining up double run back, yellow into red into yellow. Comes the Hammerstone on sheet C. Needs to be a good one. Yellow into red into yellow is what they're looking for. Sweeping on it early. And does that go far enough? It does go far enough to score the 1. Meanwhile, back on sheet A, Brian's rock does get rid of Murray's top one, but that'll still be a steal of 1. Really nice shot by Gracie Whitaker over there to get the point. It was a hard one to make. Meanwhile, in the Imes Hammer game, it looks like Imes stole another 2 to go up 8-2. The Folger Blackmer game is going to be tied at 4. Murray Jackson has a 3-2 lead over Brian Schick. And in the Darnheim Sebastian game, that is a 5-2 game with Sebastian having hammer here. Center guard goes up for Folger. Blackmer comes around that.
Hack out. It was online forever, and then it just. I try to do a hack.
No, you just call something.
So which way, like, go? I think go inside out.
We're at Skip Stones on sheet D between Sebastian and Darnheim. It looks like Darnheim, you can't really see it right now because the vise is in front of them, but sitting 2 at the back there, looking to make the hit on the Sebastian rock up front.
Yep. Yes.
Darnheim misses that one, gets their own in the back. Still lays 2. Imes was playing for the Ticken in there against the Hammer corner guard, but got a bit too much of it, so Stone goes back into play.
What are we doing?
Then if we miss that, we have awful violence.
It's in. Score. Good job. Hey, John.
Push down a little bit. Shot with a little more rotation.
We're inside. Let's go live. Play normal.
Nice try.
You're out of control. Normal.
Take a look over at Deneen Sebastian's first rock here in the 6th end. Would really like to score multiple.
That back game.
This rock coming down, I think intentionally to that back one, maybe trying to push that off and roll under a little bit. Does just that.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice stone. It'd be hard to remove.
Go wide though. Still go wide. And yet we got these. Good call, Steven. Good call.
Hey, John, same way. You're just a tad wide.
It's a little light. Where we at?
Draw in.
See quite a number of rocks near around the center line there in the Folger-Blackmer game.
Yes.
Looks like Folger is sitting 1 at the moment.
Hurry. Hurry, Jason. Ah, save it. Save it. Good shot.
In the Darnheim-Sebastian game, this is the last rock for yellow. The call was to draw on top of the rock that Deneen just threw. Looks like it's going to do just that.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
shot there. And yellow lays 2.
Come on, you're doing it. Come on.
Sebastian is sitting 3rd. There could be something here if you 3rd and 4th might be something here if you really wanted to try to be aggressive. It looks like they're going to go for just the draw for the 1 though.
Alright, I don't mind.
Yeah, make sure it's here.
Hammer rock away.
Even if it's a guard, it's not terrible.
Looks like it's kind of hanging out there, looking for a sweep to curl. Kind of changed their mind though to try to see if they could play this tap
maybe?
instead. Do play the tap. It's not going to matter though. Yellow's going to steal 2, and that's going to be a 5-point game going into the 7th.
And there are handshakes on D.
Oh, and that will be our first final. Congratulations to Team Darnheim. They will move on to our finals at 1:30.
Said they move on to the finals.
It's a really nice line.
That's just bad luck.
Team Darnheim will take on the winner of Schick and Jackson for the D event. Schick and Jackson locked into a 1-point tight game right now. Folger and Blackmer also a very tied game.
What do you think about this?
Nice little shot there by Andrew Folger to clear out that Blackmer rock that was sitting top 4.
This is one.
Yeah.
So
Control ace.
he's got to stay. Control. Are you on board?
In the Jackson Schick game, just one rock in play there in the back 12. Murray calling for the hit on that. And they will make that quite well. Team Hammer looking for some magic. Looks like they're gonna get rid of that Imes rock, but roll out the back. They'll still sit 1, but they need quite a few points and quite quickly.
His no move, man.
Whoa, you're off the sheet.
In the Folger Blackmer game, calling for a guard to try to protect their shot rock.
Well, you don't have to adjust, and it's starting to come back.
In this one, I'm losing.
Come this way if you want.
Ends up tapping the yellow rock a bit, but probably pretty good. Hard to get at that red stone right now directly. Probably gonna have to peel that red guard off. Team Schick missed the hit back on the wide one there, so Murray's got a chance to split the house pretty wide here.
Hard line. Hard. Keep it coming, baby.
Blackmer makes the peel. There's a legitimate peel. Where are bananas when we need them now?
Right?
Is that how it works? Yep. Roll over center line, yeah.
Team Folger will try to put that guard right back up though. On sheet A, Murray does throw in the house there. Thought they might throw that a little bit wider to kind of keep them some separation, but nonetheless, sitting 2. Take a quick peek over there. There's a guard in the way there that's hard to see on the wide view, so Murray buried around that. So Brian will have to chase. Team Folger's guards coming down here. It looks like it's going to over curl where they wanted to put this, so maybe trying to just bring it in now, but they give up on that too because it's going to over curl into the yellow if they kept bringing it.
So the red is still open.
Yeah, it looks like it is open now. Brian Schick's first rock there, trying to outdraw Murray. He's going to come down a little bit hot and slide to the back 8. Got a little piece of Murray's rock, but not enough to check up.
Lots of room.
Hammer's trying to draw down undercover. Looks a little
Yeah,
hot.
Hammer
though.
trying to draw under some cover there. Really needs that rock to stop. Not going to happen though.
I'll let you get away.
First skip rock here for Blackmer. The Denver Curling Club. This one's kind of hanging out wide there. They need it to curl. It's not going to happen. It's going to crash that guard and push their own rock through also. I would assume Folger's probably going to throw another guard, but maybe not. Might come in there. The Hammer Imes game. This might be our last rock of this game. I'm sitting 2. Hammer throwing at the shot rock. Has a hit and stick for 1. That's well made by Keith Hammer. See what they choose to do in that game. Meanwhile, on sheet A, I missed what happened to Murray's rock here, but still just sitting the 1. Looks like Imes and Hammer will continue at game 8-3 in the 7th end. There's a lot of discussion on this shot for Brian Chick, but I assure you there is even more discussion going on for Team Folger over there. They're still talking about whether they want to guard or come in.
Looks like they're going to try to hit the yellow on the back. So.
Got enough time separation, it looks like, between these 2 throws that we'll get back over to that one after Brian's rock here. All right, Brian Chick, Hammerstone here. Has a chance to make a really good one here, score 2. No sweeping to start off with. Now they're going to sweep for curl. Now they're both sweeping for curl. Really need this rock to curl to get a piece of Murray's rock. Doesn't look like it's going to happen though, and Murray will steal another one there.
Oh, we missed.
Meanwhile, we did unfortunately miss this shot here. Not 100% sure what the call was there. Thought they would have either thrown a guard or come in, but looks like they threw some sort of hit instead.
They were trying to hit the back yellow one.
Hit the back yellow in lay 4, okay. Or lay 3 rather. It does unfortunately leave an open, well, depends on your rooting interest, I suppose. Leaves a hit for 2 here for Blackmer. Just coming right down the center line. Starting to grab some curl now. Looks pretty good. Now a little bit of clean at the end, but no problem there. Just gets by the back one, but they do score 2. So that game will be a 2-point game, 6-4 for Blackmer going to the 7th. Murray Jackson over Brian Chickrink, 4-2 there. And Imes over Hammer, 8-3 at the moment. see Carl walking up the sheet D. Ice Guy is always anxious to get started.
Nice throw, guys.
Top 12, too. Let's go top 12, wide as the net.
25 minutes on the clock. The Folger Blackmer game in a little bit of time trouble. There's a lot of discussion in that last end. Should still be able to make it to 8th though.
Let's go. You would have missed it as well.
Line now, straight. We like an inch more curl, eh?
Blackmer throws the center guard. Folger going to come right around that. In the Jackson Schick game, Jackson's thrown a couple into the house, as has Schick over on the side. Hammer needs to conjure up a big steal, have a couple of guards, which is helpful.
Yeah, I forgot.
I'm not going to leave those alone, though.
You want me to give you some morphine, Steve?
Still more, John. No, right there. Catch out.
Folger Rock came up a little bit short from where they wanted to come all the way around there, so Blackmer's throwing at that one. Ends up over curling though, and they're going to peel their own guard.
Okay.
Leaves a corner. Folger with hammers, happy to go under that. Folger's Rock's going to come up a bit light there and leave a double corner.
Yeah, I like controlled. Or do you still want to do normal? Normal fight. Normal. Same way.
This like girls funny, so let's
You're heavy, but play the same way.
not mess around with
Yeah, we're not messing around.
Blackmer's not messing around, just going to play the Rock elimination game here, just try to get rid of that Folger Rock that's sitting in the top 12. Same deal with Imes, also not messing around, just want all of the Hammer Rocks out of play. And there's a peel made on that game. A little bit of early action in the Schick-Jackson end here. Schick has a chance to split the house at 2. This might be a little bit light though. Brian out to try to help it quite early. See if they can carry that far enough. Does not look like they will, so that'll come up light as a guard. Murray wastes no time putting the broom down to hit the wide one. Blackmer made the hit, but rolled out over there, so it gives Folger another chance to go under the corner guards, and they do just that. Not quite buried, though.
Let's go control.
Red?
Jackson makes that hit, rolls a little bit in. In the Imes hammer game, Imes is going to throw at anything red. Anything red just needs to go. Gets rid of one of them. Blackmare throwing at the Folger Stone, even though it's not buried, just a little bit wide there.
I like the play. That's fine too. I know, you're good.
Folger has a chance to split the house here, lay 2. They would very much like to get at least 2 this end.
Push, Heidi, push. Push.
Wait, Ollie! Stop house.
Team Schick makes the hit back on Murray's rock and rolls back, pretty much back where they were. Folger rock needs to really slow down in a hurry. Looks like it will not, and then it'll just go right through, so missed opportunity there.
Gotta be in.
Control.
No run back, just peel it out. Straight peel.
Jason, push.
Hammer puts up a guard to guard the shot rock, and Imes says, we'll just get rid of that one too, thank you very much. Team Jackson makes the hit back again, but rolls out, gives Team Schick a chance to come around their center guard. Meanwhile, Blackmare makes the hit that they did not make in their last rock there. Sits 1. Imes did make the hit, but left the center guard, so gives Hammer a chance to come around.
Yeah, I live on like the far side of Durham and we're
Looks like Folger is going to play the hit back. Would definitely like to get 2 or more this end, but I suppose a blank wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either. This Folger rock, though, a little heavy. Doesn't give it a chance to curl. Just goes right by that yellow rock. Team Schick did try to come around that center guard, threw a little bit wide. Weight was really good, but going to leave it open, and Murray will have a chance to just hit that one.
Yep, hurry. Hard, tight.
Keith Hammer's first rock trying to come around that yellow center, sit near his other one. Needs many points very quickly.
Little
Gonna
bit
over curl
light.
though. And also a little light.
Just a little tiny bit.
Team Jackson here, trying to make a team base shot here. Murray's rock's a little wide. Gonna get enough though. Roll into the side 12 foot.
So we go this way, right?
Team Folger thrown at the second Blackmare rock that's in the house now. Sweeping for curl on this one, needs to curl up a bit. That one's gonna go by 2.
tricky
A couple
line.
misses there for Team Folger is gonna make their life a little bit more difficult. Imes continuing to play the rock elimination game. Team Schick's going to ignore the yellow rock on the side 12, try to go back around that red guard, maybe make it a little bit better this time, see if they can generate a skip's deuce.
Push.
Imes makes a nice little run back there. Sits 2. Team Schick there, throwing around. It looks like a pretty good weight. They're really trying to
Kind
bury
cover.
that under
Looks
that
like
guard. Gets to the top 4. Nice shot. Looks like Murray thinks it's still available though. Last rock for Keith Hammer on sheet B. I think he's trying to draw down to that yellow one in the back. See if he can generate a steal that way.
Yep. I don't get curl. Yep.
That rock is going to over curl a little bit. Meanwhile, sheet A, Murray chasing the rock that Brian put in the house there. As you can see, it's not quite buried, but this rock a little bit wide right now. Really trying to carve it over. Not going to get there though, and Brian's going to have a draw for two.
Like we hit that way, or
It looks like the Hammer rock actually did stop up for a shot there in time. Meanwhile, the Blackmer Folger rock Blackmer sits a third in there, and now Folger drawn down to that one, but that's going to be a little heavy and right on through.
we can do that.
Blackmer has a chance to really put the pressure on here. They could sit four, basically make Gracie draw against the game. Imes here lines up their shot, but we're going to actually go take a look at, we'll keep it actually right here because we also got Schick's last rock coming down on sheet A. Looks like Imes is going to make this hit, no problem. Score a couple. And that'll be handshakes there. Team Imes wins that C event semifinal. Meanwhile, Brian Schick, last rock here.
Draws in.
Nice
quite
little draw to top four. Scores two, ties the game right on up. So that game will come down to the eighth end. Blackmer's last rock there on sheet C. Not going to be quite in the house. Does set up another guard. Doesn't really guard a whole lot though. Nonetheless, to draw against three, with Blackmer already leading by two, so this is a must make. Down on the edge of the eight. Gracie's probably thrown 1,000 of these in her curling career, so. Rock's coming down. No sweeping yet. Now Steve Janasco is going to get on it to curl it. Comes right off though. Can come down to that back one and hang around. Does just that. Scores
enough.
one.
Yep. Good shot.
Nice shot. That'll be a 1-point game headed to the eighth. So we have one of our finalists in each of the C and D event. In the C event, Team Imes. In the D event, Team Darnheim. Both of those teams looking anxiously for their opponents. The other two games could go either way.
I'm good. You're already there.
Folger and Schick would need to steal a victory. Jackson and Blackmer just trying to play presumably clean ends to get to get a point in the case of Jackson, and nobody technically has to score in the Folger-Blackmer game. Nice center guard put up by Folger to start out the end. They'll need a bunch of that to get the steal. always interesting to see how teams with hammer play this when you need just 1 point. Blackmer telling the team no guards. That'll be right on T-line there on the wing. Meanwhile, Team Folger calling for a 3 guard. Try to set up the double centers. Big scrub on that one. Probably over curling a bit. Does just that. Pushes the other one off the center line. They are kind of center guards, a little bit high. Blackmer can't get rid of them just yet, though. In the Jackson Chick game, Chick's got a bit of a guard, a little off center, kind of close. He tried to come around twice and left it open both times. Jackson got rid of the first one and try to get rid of this one as well.
Straight line. Okay? Jason! We're around.
And Jackson will do just that. Rolls it off into the 12. Looks like Brian's going to call for another center line guard about halfway there. Presumably, if that's made, Murray will peel it, but Brian looking potentially to get a jam or just a nose hit there that they could use as a guard of their own. Blackmer, meantime, made a little bit of a tick on that, but pushed one of the Folger guards back onto the center line. Looks like Folger will try to throw another guard here, though, a little bit tighter.
I think they actually want to be in the house if they can.
Are they drawing that into the top 12? Okay.
Top 12, yes. That's what they want. Little hot, maybe?
This rock's got quite a bit on it. Needs to come down. They hang around back 12, but not quite where they wanted that. Team Schick did put up the other guard. That one came a little bit deep as well. Looks like Team Jackson maybe trying to make a double peel here. Oh, and it goes right between the two guards. That's hard to do. And it looks like Team Schick will call for another guard up there, really trying to own that control area, that center line area, so that they could throw something around that after that would be hard to get to. Meanwhile, Blackmer now, with the free guard zone out of play, can
Peel some
try
rocks.
to make a double peel of their own.
The bananas might be happy. The bananas would be happy.
Makes that pretty good. Does leave their own stone there as a bit of a guard. Looks like Folger will call for a top 12 rock. Hard to see from this angle, but over on sheet A here, that Chick rock is going to check up for a kind of a high guard. Meanwhile, Team Folger. Here are a couple of weight-only calls. This rock settling down nicely, pretty close to where the call was. Would like it to be shot, I think.
Just short.
Not quite, but still very usable rock for later in the end. And Blackmer, very aware of that, is going to probably try to peel their own guard out of there. They don't want that hanging around, because otherwise, if Folger gets behind the two of those, that'll be challenging to deal with. Back on sheet A. Team Jackson once again trying to get rid of some guards. Does so there. Leaves the Red Rock in the house, though. It looks like it's second, so not bad. Blackmare calling for the peel of their own. Gonna not make that peel, makes the other peel instead. Not quite what they were looking for. Team Schick thinks they have enough guards, so they're going to ask Sarah Cornell to draw around them. A very experienced doubles player, should be able to put that right in line with those. Team Folger deciding they're going to make the hit on the yellow shot rock there. Maybe try to get a roll underneath. They do get the hit, no roll, but do sit 3. In the Jackson Schick game, the draw was kind of made. Doesn't look like it's really under. Oh, no, it is. It is under
It's
cover.
on Sarah's
Yep,
first.
you have that
Under
high
Sarah's
one.
first.
Team Jackson deciding what they want to do. Team Blackmare deciding what they want to do as well.
Looks like they decided to run back or peel.
Decided that they want to peel that yellow rock. Probably a good call. Leaves all of red sitting 3, but they are all open. Basically, Blackmare is just looking to set up a spot where they'd have something open to draw to.
Put the guard.
Oh, guard. Okay.
Yes, Jason.
Team Jackson trying to, I think, chase the one on the center line there. Called for a sweep right out. Ends up peeling the higher guard. Ticks the other one into slightly better guard. Meanwhile, on sheet C, Folger, I believe, called a guard here.
Yeah.
Put back what Blackmare had gotten rid of in the last one. Gonna slide a bit deep. Probably a little bit tighter than they wanted, not quite the line, but still some pressure on Blackmare here. In the Schick Jackson game, they were discussing they're going to throw a guard over there. We'll get to that in just a second. All right, Blackmare's decided to hit this one top 12.
Go, Allison.
Trying to curl it over now. Looks like it's coming.
Good sweep there.
That shot will be made, but catches the back one as well. Good shot, nice double. Red still sitting 1, however. Over here, Brian looking to throw a longer guard to see if they can win with that one that's in the 8-foot. That guard made pretty good. Only real issue with this is that right now, Murray's got a draw to the 4. Gonna ignore those guards. He's gonna go right there right now. Meanwhile, Team Folger looks like they're gonna either throw a guard of their own or perhaps come in. Did you see the call over there?
I did not.
A lot of ice. Look at the speed of the rock coming down the ice. Looks like it was going to definitely be in the house, but you gotta stay off that yellow one. Don't make it shot though. So red's still sitting one, but it is quite open. Meanwhile, sheet A, Murray's draw to the forefoot here. It's coming down the ice. Quite a bit of sweeping. Looks a bit light. And it is going to come up quite a bit light. I'm sure Murray would like to have that one back because now it's kind of in the way for his next draw if he needs it. In the meantime, Blackmer's lining up this hit. This hit coming down the ice.
Sometimes you know it's not going to be super competitive.
Yep.
They're worried it's a little tight. Looks like they're going to make it just pretty well and slide under a little bit of cover as well. So Team Folger is going to have to do something to be shot rock there. Meanwhile, over here,
Brian
Brian
is just trying
Chick
to
throwing
go.
another guard, trying to make Murray's life really difficult. Got to get it across the hog line though. Big sweep, really trying to go, and not gonna make it. That is a bit unfortunate. Warm Room reacting to that one.
Guard, yeah.
As if they had never seen a hogged rock before. In the meantime, on sheet C here, Gracie Whitaker is going to slide back into the hack. Looks like they're going to play the raise of the red, their own red there. Or maybe not a raise. It looks like they're going to play the run back, I guess, by that ice. This is a bit of a tough shot.
There's no double there, is there? Probably not.
Somebody asking in the warm room if there's a double there. There probably is a double if you make it really thin, but don't think you really need that. You just need to hit that yellow rock and stick. This is way out there though. And that is not going to work out. Meantime, over here, last rock in the Murray-Jackson game. He's got the line they want. He's got it, and that is a win for Team Jackson. So handshakes over on the Folger-Blackmer game. Blackmer moves on to meet Team Imes. Murray makes his last shot over in the Jackson Chick game. He'll play Team Darnheim for the D event finals. Those finals, as well as the A and B event finals, coming up at 1:30 on YouTube's Triangle Curling. We'll look forward to seeing you all then.